Welcome back, everybody. The History Guy here. Ready for the next big battle, the Battle of Fredericksburg. One of the biggest debacles of the war for the Union Army. Just a complete, unmitigated disaster that never, ever should have happened. And I think everybody knew it. But politics were at play, and all these different pressures going on, and different factors that played into it. Bottom line, never should have been a Union attack at this place. I think anybody with any military knowledge whatsoever knew it was going to be a disaster. But all of that aside, here's what we're looking at. I already played the first part of the battle because there's really not much to it. You just kind of stand there and fight off the enemy. I think my main brigade that was defending the bridges had something like 100 casualties and killed 2,000 men. My skirmishers had similar results, so pretty one-sided as it often is. But this is the real battle here. December 13th, 1862, the Union Army has now crossed the Rappahannock River, and they're ready to advance onto the heights beyond the town. We've got the left flank, where I have 11 brigades of infantry, 2 of skirmishers, 6 batteries of artillery, and a full 35,000 supplies. Plus, I believe there are some supplies there as well on Marye's Heights. My center, 12 brigades of infantry, 3 of artillery, and another 35,000 supplies. On the right, very little. Because if you've seen my previous video plan, my strategy for Fredericksburg is to give that part of the field up. That's where probably half the Union Army is. You can hold it, but it's a bloody, bloody mess, and there's no reason to because you don't need it to win the battle. So all told, 65,000 men, 208 guns for me, 92,717, and 305 guns for him. Similar breakdown to the last time I played this battle, so I'm expecting, hopefully, similar results. Now, first part of the battle, you can break this one up into acts, if you will. Some of these battles can be broken up basically into episodes or sections. For Fredericksburg, it starts on the right. It goes then to the left at Marye's Heights. Then it comes back over to the center. Then it opens up to the right again. So just going to pull completely out on the right. I'm going to get as far over this way as I possibly can, because that's where we're going to make our stand with these guys. So we're just going to make sure everybody gets over there. I think I've got everybody over there. And like I said, there's there's 33,000 men now, and they're going to get more after that. So I'm going to pull everybody just out of there completely. Victory conditions. You need to hold at least one of these and also hold Prospect Hill. Or you can just forget about Prospect Hill, which is what I'm doing, and make sure you hold Marye's Heights and Telegraph Road, which is the center, and lose less than half your army. Very doable, so that's what I'm going to do. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and drop out right here, and I will come back when we get to Marye's Heights, because nothing's going to happen right here. Okay, so here we go. We're on to the assault at Marye's Heights. And this, of course, is where it should get interesting and where I should inflict a nice heavy amount of casualties on the enemy. And I don't have my full force. Oh, there they are. Here's my snipers. We're going to get the snipers right up here into that spot. And I've also got these guys here. Actually, maybe we'll put them there and put the snipers up top. I don't know how that'll work, but we'll see. And of course, I'm not going to get all into the details of the history of all this. I've done that previously in videos for Fredericksburg. But suffice it to say, this was just a debacle for the Union. It's something that never ever should have happened. And it just had to have been a sight to see just how the wave after wave of lines of blue men come crashing up this hill behind beyond the heights of the town, and just got laid waste to by these Confederate soldiers who were not only on an elevated position and behind a stone wall that had a trench behind it, but they were stacked 3, 4, 5 men deep. And in a time when it takes 20 to 30 seconds to load a rifle, when you've got 3 or 4 guys standing behind you passing up loaded rifles, and you can get probably 4 or 5 shots off for every one that these guys coming up the hill get off, well, you don't need that many men to defend a position like that. You just need a steady supply of ammunition. So we'll see how this goes. Right now he's got about 17,000 more men than I do at the position. I got these 24-pounders. I want to get them up closer. Maybe I'll get them over here. It'll take a while to get them moved. So what I'm thinking I might do here is, if possible, while he's not in a position yet that he's going to start moving troops up this way, I'm going to try to move my snipers and my other skirmisher unit up into the flanks. Now I know he's got another group of men coming across the bridge here, and those are eventually going to swing around over here to his right. So I don't have a lot of time to do this. You can see Louisiana Tigers have 2,000 kills already. They were the unit defending the shooting at the men who were crossing the pontoon bridges. These guys have sharps, so they don't even actually have all that much range. I may go ahead and send them down somewhere just to have them sneak up on somebody. And I'll get these snipers over here and get some shots off before it's too late. Alright, just gotta watch that they don't get fired on by that brigade. This is the very first battle that I'm employing these snipers with these telescopic sight Whitworths. So if I can get them up to like a 3-star unit, that can be a seriously deadly force on the battlefield if used wisely. I've just got to protect them. And drop this Texas Brigade back a little bit, make room for these 24-pounders. So the snipers are single-handedly driving Sully back. They've got 62 kills. Just gotta be real cautious here, because here comes another brigade. No, snipers, let's just kind of stay put for now. I'll try to get a shot on Palmer before I back him up real quick, because here comes Sully coming back. No, fire at Sully. There we go. Quick fire, then back up. Alright, go. Before he gets in range. Lots of troops massing here now. He had a 17,000 man advantage. It's about 15 now. Run, snipers, run! These Napoleons aren't doing anything right now. That's not cool. I'm going to move them over here. Maybe they can get into these guys. If they march up this way, we can have some flanking fire, since they're really not doing anything where they are. Now these 24-pounders here are going to have some fun here in a second. Let's see what they're able to do right here. Our Louisiana Tigers are breaking. There you go. That's about 140 kills right there in that one volley. Get the Texas Brigade moved up. Man, he is really loading up on me right now. Jeez. I don't remember there being this many troops on Marye's Heights for the Union the last time I fought this battle. I'm going to send another brigade over here. Actually, I can keep Wharton there. I can send these guys down. Hey, Louisiana Tigers, you don't have to run all the way back to Richmond. Or all the way back to New Orleans. Gee whiz. Man, he's coming at me all along the line right now. Napoleons are just about into position. I want them firing on Sully, though, not on these guys. Yeah, Sully didn't last so long. Every time I see that name, I think of one of two things. Either the movie Sully, which is about the Sully Sullenberger, the guy who, that pilot who heroically landed that plane on the Hudson River. Or I think of the character from, oh my gosh, what's the name of the movie? It's got Arnold Schwarzenegger in it. Commando. Oh my gosh. One of the classics. If you're like me and you grew up in the 80s, what a great movie. And Sully's this character, and he tells him early on, he says, I like you, Sully. That's why I'm going to kill you last. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger saying this. And so later on, he's hanging Sully off the side of a cliff, and then Sully says, "You remember you told me you were going to kill me last?" And he says, "I lied." And then there's a scene a few minutes later where he's talking to a girl, and she said, "What happened to Sully?" And he says, "I let him go." You know, one of those dark jokes. But anyway, nothing to do with this. Just happened to think of that when I saw that name, Sully. Oh, Sully's going further to my left, over to where there is nothing. Interesting. There's nothing really for me to guard up there of any value. But what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll send Wharton over that way, just to cover the flank. I'll get the snipers over there. And I think I've withstood the worst that he had to throw at me. What was once a 17,000 man advantage is now down to just about 10,000 men. So you can see how much I've closed that gap by the casualties that I've caused. Of course, you want to see probably the best film adaptation, maybe the only one that I can even think of, in a major movie where they portray the action on Marye's Heights. Of course, the movie Gods and Generals. And listen, I'm a huge Civil War fan, and I love Civil War films. Glory is outstanding. I loved the Blue and the Gray miniseries. I even loved North and South, though it was mostly fictional. I wasn't a huge fan of some of the dialogue in North and South. I thought it was just a little bit too kind of cheesy for me. Especially some of the scenes with the family in Fredericksburg and the way that they talked. I don't know, it just didn't seem realistic to me. But it's a great kind of view at what it was like at Marye's Heights when they show the 20th Maine and other units charging in vain up that hill. And you see the fighting between the Confederate Irish soldiers. I think it was the 24th Georgia. It was an Irish regiment. And the boys of the Irish Brigade under Thomas Maher. Just devastating to think about these men who may have grown up together or have come to the United States together as children, who are now shooting at each other on opposite sides in a war. Every brigade, of course, is doing outstanding for me right now. Sully's still trying to get across, so I'm going to continue to cover this area here. Snipers have got 345 kills without a single death. That's the way we like to see it. And honestly, I'm just going to go ahead and speed up the mission time a little bit here, because I just don't see anything to worry about right now. Just want to try and cause as many casualties as possible. Some of his units are about to just disappear. Like Palmer here with only 250 men. Now 200. I don't know where that guy was going. Looks like he just left Sully. He just about left the map. We'll get Wharton up here on that flank. He's starting to shift a few units over that way. Alright, we'll go ahead and keep Wharton right here then. Sniper's just got another 100 kills. He just charged at my center. Nothing to show for it. Wow, these snipers are just tearing Sully up. Shift him over to that other spot there. An hour to go. I'm going to slow it down for just a second here. 17,000 man advantage is now just 4,000. I forgot I had this this unit down here that just kind of parked over there. This might be a mistake, but I mean, it's a fresh unit. I had all the guns sitting there not being used. So, shoot, I'll throw him over here and see if maybe we can have a little fun with his artillery. I might regret this, but like I said, I'm not too worried about losing this unit. Snipers are about to have Sully back in range again. Okay. These guys have the Sharps repeaters. Let's see how they do. You got lots of artillery coming down on them here. Sniper's about to have some more fun. Seems like every time they fire, they get almost 100 kills. He's moving all his artillery now. Oh, just charge into him already. Use your melee combat. Firing obviously isn't working. And we lost 51 men. Got all these batteries firing at him. Probably not a wise use of these troops, but I'm occupying his artillery, so why not? Let's bring Wharton down the hill here. I'm going to charge right into Carroll coming down the hill. In fact, why don't we run? Got the momentum in our favor. Do the same with Torbert. Get him running too. Oh, they stopped running awful fast. Alright, so I lost 150 men from that unit. That probably wasn't the best thing to do. That's alright. Come on, snipers, finish them off. I want to see if I can capture these two units over there. The rest of these guys are all just kind of bunched up over here. Everybody's staying well supplied too, because I've got supplies up here. Half hour to go. Oh, I lost a major general to a wound. Don't fire, don't fire, don't fire. Go grab the supplies. Quick, quick, grab them. There we go. Go, get out of Dodge. Oh, my snipers are under attack. Oh, they're out of ammo, that's why. Alright, get out of there. Actually, finally lost some men. There's just 11 minutes left, but I need to go ahead and let's get Wharton up here to cover for these guys. I'm gonna get the snipers back in supply. Just 8 minutes to go. Alright, slow down, Torbert. Alright, that's going to do it for the first half of the battle. Marye's Heights. Now things are going to open up back to the center of the battlefield, and then eventually back to the right again, where I don't really have much going on. But I'm going to wrap it up for right there. I think that's a good place to stop. So far, so good. Just got to continue that. I'm going to try to destroy as much of his army as possible. If I can get 40 or 50,000 casualties on him and keep mine down to like 10 to 15, I'll consider that a good day. So we'll come right back with part 2 of the Battle of Fredericksburg. As always, if you would hit that thumbs up, let me know you like it. I would greatly appreciate that. Love your comments. Keep them coming. Any observations you have, any suggestions, anything that you did that you want to share with everybody else. Thanks for watching.